live, and I'm just waiting for a signal from Amazon to say that we can go live. And 3, 2, 1, we are live on Amazon. So welcome to this broadcast. We've got 20 seconds of the countdown clock to go. I'll leave that while you all take your seats. This is my Thursday broadcast on Amazon. Lights, camera, action. Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. in the UK, and 7 p.m. in Belgium. And I am live. And I'm going to remove that card. And that's going to, you're going to see me. Okay, now who am I? That's a fair question. I'm Stephen Healy, and I'm based in Wiltshire in the UK, and I'm a live broadcaster. I've done over 2,000 live broadcasts since 2016. I enjoy doing it. I do 6 broadcasts a week on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and then 4 broadcasts a week now on Amazon Live. And Amazon Live has to be one of my favoritist platforms. Now, in today's broadcast, first of all, I'll take my name off the screen. Today's broadcast, welcome to the show. Lights, camera, action with me. And today that we're going to be talking about lights, camera, action, which is all about equipment. So let's go through what we're going to talk about today. But first, if you are watching on Amazon Live, please do say hello. I'm just going to copy and paste some text into Amazon Live so that anybody watching there and browsing and comes along can actually see what I'm actually doing. So when I do go to Amazon Live, which I will occasionally, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my hand up and say I'm going to Amazon Live. And then I can just check things. Now, obviously, I can see things on my iPad. In order to do this, and it's only 4 short weeks ago that I actually started this. I had to buy an iPad. And I'm so impressed by my new iPad. Since 2005, I've been a Windows guy, but the new iPad is actually convincing me. It's just so fast. So fast. Okay, so if you want to let me know where you're watching from, that would be good. I won't be contacting you, but you're more than welcome to contact me anytime. One thing before we start, if you're watching on Amazon Live, then there is a follow button down below underneath this image. You can click that and follow me. And the only thing that happens if you press that button is that whenever I go live, and I'll tell you about those in a moment, you'll get notified. That's all it does. Doesn't do anything more. Amazon Live is quite discreet. It's not going to send you messages left, right, and center. I go live on Mondays and Thursdays with this show, Lights, Camera, Action. I go live on Tuesdays when I do my tour of England, and I go live on Wednesdays when I'm out and about with my mobile camera and I'm actually showing you videos I've shot. Talking of which, this weekend, well, taking a day off tomorrow, we're actually playing hooky. We're not doing anything other than going out to Avebury. Now, if you've heard of Stonehenge, all good, but Avebury is, well, Avebury was built about the same time. It's a stone circle. It's larger than Stonehenge, and it's got a village in the middle of it. And it's, well, I'll show you the video next Wednesday. I'll not spoil the effect, but it too has celebrations by Druids at the summer solstice and winter solstice. But it is, you can visit it all year round. It's free to visit. It is maintained by National Trust. And it's just a great place to go walking because you can walk out and you can go out to Silbury Hill, which is where we'll be going. You can join the walking paths around there. It's a great place to actually go out and about and walking. Okay, so we're going to start off today in the studio, and we're going to start off with broadcasting equipment, camera, okay, microphone, all good. Green screens, you can see a green screen behind me. I'll show you why and tell you why you need a green screen. Then we're going to talk about broadcasting to your, it's going to scroll in a minute. It's going to say broadcasting to your website. It will say that. I'll leave it there you go. Okay, then finally, I always like trying new things, especially when I'm live. as people who know me know. And what I'm going to do at some point during this broadcast is I'm going to go live to my website using the camera that's on my Microsoft Surface Book 2. And I'm going to show you 3 different ways of going live on your website during the course of this broadcast. Okay, so over to, and thank you for watching live. I'm broadcasting to you today using a Microsoft Surface Book 2, and it's currently 23% off, which is an amazing saving. I'm not fussed. I bought it 15 months ago at full price, and I've had 15 months use out of it, and it's a workhorse. It's 16 gig of RAM. It's a 1 terabyte hard drive. It's got a camera, which you'll see later. So I'll be showing you the camera on the Surface Book 2. But there is also a big brother to the Surface Book 2. And I'm just going to go across now. And the Surface Book 2 is, well, Surface Book 3 is right at the end of my list. And I'm going through everything I've got on here. Hopefully, yeah. Now highlighting the replacement for the Surface Book 2, which is the Surface Book 3. All I can say is that Microsoft have got it right with this range of Surface Books. And I'm using the 2, which is what you can see today. But the 3 is out, and it's definitely on my wish list. It makes a whole lot of difference to have. The more powerful the PC, the better your stream. Simple as that. So Surface Book 3, I would take a look at it and use it as something to match other systems too. Yeah, but the Surface Book 2 has done me proud. I mean, it broadcasts seem easily. Yeah, because it's set up. It's got the right RAM. It's got 2 processing cards for video. The other thing I'm using is a Logitech Brio camera, which is the top end of the Logitech range. It is a brilliant camera. It's capable of up to 4K. I'm using it because we're on Amazon today at 720K, which is a reasonable resolution. If you think of DVD quality, this is a DVD quality broadcast. If we step up to 1080, then it would be even clearer. And basically, the problem with that is that if you've got people watching on mobile, they'll be using twice as much data. So 720 is sort of middle way. 4K broadcasting will come, but not now. Certainly not on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and on Amazon. You can't do 4K broadcasting. The camera is capable of that. It means that you can make 4K recordings using the camera. If you use Camtasia, you can actually make 4K recordings with the camera that's from Logitech. Nobody ever got fined for buying a Logitech camera. Majority of people who broadcast use a Logitech C920, although I've seen an increasing number of people actually buying the Logitech C922X, okay, which is a logical replacement for the C920. So the first key in broadcasting live is the quality of your image on screen, and that's determined by the quality of your camera. If you've got a good camera, then you'll get a good image. Okay, now you pay your money, you take your choice. Majority of people actually broadcast using Logitech C920, increasing numbers 922X. Even, well, there are people who broadcast using their DSLR cameras, and DSLR is probably the best you can actually get in terms of video quality. And if you've got DSLR, and you've got a Canon camera, then there's free software that you can actually download from Canon, which will connect it to your computer. Or you can buy a cam link, and the cam link is down in the carousel. That's plug and play. You just plug it into your camera, plug it into USB port on your computer, and you can use your DSLR camera. You do need to have a battery backup for the camera. It's brilliant quality, but you need to have a battery backup for the camera. Now, the microphone I'm using is the Audio-Technica at 2100, and you can tell the quality of the microphone from what you're listening to now. This is the quality. The microphone is about 4 feet away from me. It's pointing towards me, and it's so easy to set up, plug and play, plug the USB into your computer. Your computer will recognize it. Windows 7 through 10 will all recognize an Audio-Technica, load the drivers automatically, so you don't need to do anything. And then it becomes one of the microphones you can actually select when you are recording a live video, or like I am now, going live. Sound is important. Sound is as important as video. In fact, sound is more important than video. If you're watching me live on Amazon Live now, thank you. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. If you're watching me live on Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn, thank you. Much appreciate that too. But if I had bad sound, if I had an echo, just me on screen, so there won't be an echo, so that's the one dealt with. If you've got two people on screen, then you must wear earbuds, okay? And the earbuds that I would actually choose, if I can find them, probably can't find them now. Oh, yes, I can. And again, this is down the carousel. These are the earbuds that I use. They are bone conducting earphones. They don't go into your ear. They're very comfortable to wear. And they come from Aftershokz. Aftershokz have a range of headphones. It's Bluetooth. It works out the box. It's easy. You just got 3 controls on there for volume and for connection. It's quite probably, I mean, I've worn out that many different headphones over the years. These are, in my mind, these are virtually indestructible. There are no wires involved, and you can just wear them. Now, these headphones have, just find them in my carousel so you can know what I'm talking about. If you want to click anything in the carousel, then please do. I'm just going on to the headphones, which I'll find in a minute. I'm sure I will. Possibly not. How come when you're actually looking for something, you could probably find it quicker than I. Okay, you can tell I'm not a salesperson. I'm learning all the time though. If you check out the Aftershokz, there's 2 in the carousel. I've got 1. Chris has got 2 pairs. Everybody I've recommended them to has tried them and found that they simply work. The benefit of these headphones is that because they're not fitted into your ear, it means your ears will still work. So you're not blocking out sounds around you totally. If you're playing a podcast or playing rock music or even folk music, then you can hear the music, you can hear the words on the podcast clearly. But the other thing is that you can hear the traffic around you. Now, if you wear headphones for walking, as I walk, running, or out and about in town, then you want to be able to hear the traffic and the people around you. With this type of headphone, you can hear people. Okay, you can hear a bicycle coming up behind you. You can hear a pushchair coming up behind you. You can hear the cars around you as well. So that's why I use these, because they have 2 functions. One, they have beautiful sound, and the other thing is that you're still aware of everything that's going on around you. Okay, now cameras, when you actually, let's go back, I've got a script, so let's stick with the script. Okay, this is unique to me. I normally go off and sort of waffle. I'm part of a team called Blubbing for Britain, and we broadcast on Thursdays, and we started on Blab many years ago broadcasting, and it's a team of 4 of us from Aberdeen in Scotland, from Stoke in the Midlands, from Solihull lower down in the Midlands, and I'm from Wiltshire in England. Think Stonehenge. I'm close to Stonehenge. We got together, and next week sees episode 291, and we've been broadcasting together. And basically, we talk about UK news and everything, and we're live on BeLive. But the point I'm coming to, hopefully in a moment, is that we've all had many different cameras over the years. When you first start off broadcasting, you can use the camera that's in your PC or Mac. No problem with that at all. I mean, these days, if you've got a PC or Mac that's less than 4 years old, then you've got a good quality camera. You can use that for broadcasting. If you fall in love with broadcasting, then you can go on to an external camera. Now, you'd be blown away by the difference an external camera can make to your live broadcasting. And I've got examples of Logitech cameras in there. I've also got a couple of DSLR cameras in the carousel, and I've got just browse while I'm talking and you're listening. Thank you. Just browse and see what I've got. But Logitech cameras, nobody ever got fined for buying a Logitech camera. And there is free software that you can download to actually control your camera. If you go to the Logitech website, okay, and you type in Logitech and Logitech Capture, CAPTURE, then there is free software that you can download. Now, Logitech Capture was designed to help you with your camera. So it has a series of facilities. You can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can pan both ways. Okay. It does have a simple background removal tool, and let's just leave it at that. But you can adjust the camera so that you feel comfortable. Okay. And it basically, because it's free, if you've got a Logitech camera, then do download it, Logitech Capture. The next step up from a Logitech or similar is to actually get a DSLR camera with Camlink or with the Canon EOS software. Yeah, and just grow into it. There is no reason when you first start live broadcasting on Amazon Live, you can just use your iPhone. Okay, but if you want to have more than one person on screen, you've got to move away from the iPhone to external software. And I'm using a product called Belive. I'll just put the logo up top right. Okay, I'm in the studio. I can customize the studio whilst I'm live. So this is Belive. I can have 4 people on screen. I can show images. I can play YouTube videos. I can show captions on screen and I can take them off again. Okay, so this is the tool of choice. I actually work for Belive, disclaimer, and it has been going since October 2016. I've been broadcasting on Belive since October 16th, 2016. So we're coming up to 5 years, and there have been 5 very pleasurable years following the journey that Belive have been on. Okay, back to microphones anyway. My microphone is on the carousel. Just find it on the carousel again so you can actually see it. And thank you to everybody who's watching live. You are absolutely awesome. And I'm going over to the camera. The microphone's already there. Microphone's there. I use the Audio Technica 2100 because it was recommended to me. Now, you can use the inbuilt microphone on your PC or Mac. There's no problem with that. You start there. That's where you start. Okay. Once you get used to broadcasting, then you want to improve the quality of your audio. Now, this is simple and straightforward logic. Okay. When people are actually watching you broadcasting live or watching a video you've pre-recorded, then what happens is if your sound is good, people will go off and will browse another page. So you may well at this particular moment have 2 Amazon.com pages open. One tuned into my broadcast, thank you, and one where you're actually surfing the products. And I do the same. Okay. While I'm listening to somebody, I will surf other places because despite what people say, men can multitask. Okay. It's official. Men can do more than one thing at a time. Which means that if you're off and you're listening to me, but you're looking into the page, all well and good. But if there's something wrong with my sound, if there was an echo, as I said earlier, if my sound was scratchy, if my sound was bad, you'd just switch me off. End of. We, as consumers of video, will accept a grainy picture because once you've seen who's on the camera, you can memorize it. You don't need to see them again. You can go and listen to them. But if you've got bad sound, then people will switch you off. And that's why a good microphone is important. Now, Blue Yeti, Snowball, all good microphones, all a great step up from your internal microphone on your PC or Mac. Totally different ballgame. Yeah. So when you're bitten by the live video bug, simply upgrade your equipment. Now, there is no end to this. I'm going to be honest now. Okay. There is no end to this. I'm going to take the logo off as well because you memorized it, obviously. I'm going to take that logo off screen and I'm going to replace it with another one. Okay, this is a second logo. Do you recognize it? If you do recognize it, in the comments, type what you think it is. That would be very helpful. Now, oh, sorry. Yeah, I actually broadcast for them on a Thursdays with my friend John Upton. We promote them. I'm promoting them now. So microphones are important. If your microphone or your sound is not good, then people will move on. They'll switch you off. So as you're getting used to live broadcasting, upgrade slowly. As I said, there is no end to the quality of it. I'm surrounded. I have a penchant for buying these things. Okay. And this is a stand. Okay. It's a stand for an iPhone or for an Android phone, and you'll find it in the carousel down below. And this is so solid and so heavy. You can actually do weightlifting with this IPVO stand, and it was recommended to me, as most things are, by Chris. Just want to go back to the sound for a moment. Whilst I stay live, I pressed the wrong button. Just a second. Okay, I'm just going to go back to sound. Get the sound right, and people will say listening if not watching. Okay, but how do you actually find a good microphone? Okay, I mean, you listening to me now, so you know what the Audio-Technica 2100 sounds like. Okay, and I swear by it. We all have individual choice though, and we can all decide. The way to actually find the ideal microphone is to actually listen to live broadcasts and go from one broadcast to another. And as soon as you find a microphone that's brilliant sound, it's got a good bass, it's just perfect. I'd love to have that microphone. Now, the thing is that microphones don't show on screen. So what you have to do, if you find the microphone that you love, then just put a comment on the post, on the video you're actually watching, and say, could you tell me which microphone you're using? Do you know what? If you ask somebody which microphone they're using, they will be over the moon, overjoyed, and they will tell you. Yeah. So listen to videos, find the microphone that suits you, make contact, get the details of it, come over to Amazon.com, job done. Okay. And you can also do the same, obviously, with cameras. You can actually check out people's visuals. And if you see somebody with a brilliant picture, then ask them which camera they're using, because we can't tell. I mean, you can't tell that I'm using Logitech Brio. I've told you I am, but I am. I was asked if I could show it on the camera the other day, but I would have to unplug it. And if I unplugged my camera to show you, then you wouldn't be able to see me. So I can't do that. But it is down in the carousel below. So you can have a look. You can go click on the items in the carousel. You can go over to the page and have a look. So that's cameras and microphones. Right. Okay. Now, if every day of the week I actually broadcast from this set, then it would get boring for me. I don't know about getting boring for you, but if you saw a chess set in the corner and a chest of drawers and you want to get a closer look at the chess set, yeah, tell you that the chess set was from Cyprus. I will show the chess set one day, but for the moment I'm going to take that logo off. In case you don't know what the logo is from InVideo, and I do a show on Thursdays called Inspired by InVideo with John. InVideo is the best software that I've actually found for creating short form business video. InVideo is the name of the system. Don't check it out now because I want you to stay here. But it is one of the best bits of software. Over the weeks, I'll tell you the software that I've actually come across and used, tried and tested and everything. Okay, but I do love these things. Green screens. Now, I've been using green screens since January 2018, since they first came out. And I love them. I love them for the fact that I can go into my software. If I can find it, I can go into the software. And this is what my office looks like. Okay. But if I go here and press one button, then my background will change. Yeah. And it means that hopefully I'm not boring, but my background isn't boring either. And I can have up to 100 different backgrounds and I can switch between them whenever I like. So we're talking, and this is the point about a background. Yesterday we had a conversation about the EU, and I was always able to bring the French flag in behind me and to talk about the UK and the EU in context. You can show flags, you can show, this is one of my favorite backgrounds. This is an abstract background, obviously. This one is from Unsplash. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this software. Let's just go over here. I'm going to hide that comment. This, right, okay, this is live. This may or may not work. If it doesn't work, then we'll move on to something else. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to share that software with you on screen. So I'm going to go share screen. Okay, in which I press the button. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go over here and share. I can now, if I can find it, bring that up here. And I'm going to put it full screen. Yeah, now this software is called wrong button. This software, you don't want two of me on screen, you can do with one of me, okay? You notice when I'm using this software, I still have 10 fingers. This is my acid test of any background removal green screen software, is that when you move your hands, people can still see your hands moving about. Okay, right, so this is the software. This is XSplit VCam, and there is a lifetime license for it. And just to show you the controls, first of all, if I click on the software rather than on my screen, I can bring this software over here. Just like, it's just going to switch over. There it is. We have total control of the camera. I can zoom in and zoom out. I can change the focus. I can change the exposure. I can do a whole range of things from in there whilst I'm live. So I can change any of those settings whilst I'm live. So I'm going to press OK on that. Now, if you're broadcasting, then XSplit VCam appears as a virtual camera. You just bring it straight into your studio. You don't need to do anything. XSplit does it all. In terms of where your backgrounds come from, and let's go back to the original for a moment. This is the original background. This is me. This is my office. Backgrounds actually come from, you can upload your own background. Yeah, so you can use your own images, the photographs you've taken. You can use those as background. You can also use short video as a background. You can actually bring in, wait a minute, that went wrong. Let's cancel that. You lost me. I lost me. Okay, this is live. Things can go wrong. You can bring in a YouTube video, or you can bring in a web page, or you can bring in Unsplash. And Unsplash.com is a free resource, and I can choose an image from Unsplash.com and I can bring it in. Okay, and I'm going to cancel that one because I'm actually live, but you can see I can type in a keyword, yeah, and I can change my background. Oh, I rather like that one. I'm going to keep that one. If I want to keep it, then it will download it. That's now part of my collection. It's as easy as that to change the background. Now, there are all sorts of things that you can actually alter, but essentially what you're doing, instead of having your normal background, let's go up again. Okay, and I'm going to stop that. So I'm going to leave unsplash.com. All the photographs on there have actually been contributed by people. Come back to the original screen. This gives you variety on your broadcast, whether you're live broadcasting as I am now, or whether you're actually doing an instructional video. The fact that you can up your game makes it a lot more interesting for people who are watching. As I say, if people are watching me on green screen all the time, then it might get boring even for me. So that's the background software, and I'm going to stop screen sharing if I can find it. So I'm going to stop sharing and we'll come back to me. Okay, so I'm back to me, and that basically, the green screen software changes everything, and it's just easy to use, and I've been using it since January 2018. It's just got better and better, and the 5-finger test to do on green screen software is absolutely brilliant, because it does sort the men from the boys. And say hello, okay, folk music, and I can't see who the I say hello to Chris, and thank you everybody who's watching live. I'm looking at my iPad, if you hadn't guessed. Okay, in video, Chris has got who knows it, who it is, and I don't know who made the first comment. Okay, thank you very much for making the first comment. We'll find out who you are afterwards. All the comments that you make during this live broadcast disappear on Amazon.com, but they still remain on my iPad, in fact on any broadcaster's iPad, and we can check through them afterwards, and if we get an interesting comment or thoughtful comment, then we can actually reply. Okay, so that's green screens. Okay, I'm just going to go over to my iPad again and click it, waking it up. So green screens, I'm just going to cycle through and I'm going to show you basically, this is the green in the carousel. Featured image is the Logitech reversible green screen. You know, when I did the finger test and I'm able to move about, I can only do that because I have a physical green screen behind me. If I didn't have a green screen behind me and I had pattern wallpaper, then I'll tell you what would happen. There would be holes, tears in the fabric of my video. If you don't have a green screen, you're going to have problems. The first thing you get is around your head. Okay, you get a sort of halo, and in my case, if I do, I've got a famous Stonehenge photo. If I use a Stonehenge photo, it looks like my hair, what I have, is blowing in the wind. Yeah, you need a green screen to actually get a well. Okay, if you're broadcasting and you're broadcasting to family, then they will accept the fact that your picture is not perfect. Okay, all good. No worries about that. If you're broadcasting and recording video for people, then I expect, you expect, we know what quality is possible. And what you don't want people to be doing when they're watching you is be distracted by what's happening in the background. You want the focus to be on what you're saying and doing. So do get a green screen if you're thinking of using green screen software, and you should experiment. Okay. Now there is green screen software. I use XSplit VCam. I'm sold on that. I'm trying out a product called no, that's not it. I've forgotten it. I'll tell you next week. Right, the other thing that you need if you're using a green screen is good lighting. Okay. If I broadcast to you at midnight my time with the curtains open and the dark out there, wouldn't work. You need side lights. Now I've got two soft boxes. I've got one either side of me, and they provide the lighting for the green screen. So if you're going to do green screen broadcasting or recording, you need physical green screen and good lighting. Those are the two requirements. Otherwise, well, you're not doing what is possible. But green screens and green screen software actually can give you can make your broadcasts more interesting. Basically, this has been learned after doing one or two broadcasts, and I'm not saying I'm right. This is just my opinion, okay? And my advice during these Amazon.com broadcasts is totally free. If you want to ask a question, then I may not get to answer it straight away, but I will certainly answer it after the broadcast to give you reason why my concentration whilst I'm broadcasting is in talking to you. Yeah. Occasionally I'll put my hand up and I'll go off to the Amazon.com page just to check that everything's still there and I'm still broadcasting live. But my concentration is on telling my stories. And we've listened to stories so far about just about cameras and microphones and green screens. Okay, now I'm live on Amazon.live. I'm grateful to be here. It's such a blast broadcasting live. I enjoy it. I enjoy your company. The other place I enjoy broadcasting to is my website. Now, until now, broadcasting to our website has been horrendously expensive. The technology that CNN, the BBC, CBS use to actually deliver video to us has been expensive. They use what are known as content delivery networks. They send out one signal. Okay, BBC sends out one signal to a content delivery network, and the content delivery network sends it everywhere. So BBC sends one signal, and that signal is sent by the content delivery network to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, wherever the BBC want it to go to. And the BBC and broadcasters like the BBC have paid thousands of dollars a month to be able to do this, to actually bring us the news and bring films. Everything that uses the internet has got a content delivery network, CDN, behind it. I said a moment ago, until now, these have been ultra expensive. Back in March this year, I discovered that prices have dropped. And you can go live to your website now for $50 a month. Okay, so $50 a month. If you spent that on advertising, you'd burn through it very quickly. $50 a month, and you can go live on your own website 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all year round, including holidays if you want to broadcast on holidays. But you can go live on your website. Not only that, other people can go live on your website too. You can give people information to broadcast on your website. This is golden. This is a game changer. This is where things are going. Because, I'll let you into a little secret. When we're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, we are working for Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Every time we post on there, every time we go live on there, we're entertaining their audiences. Their audiences scroll the adverts and buy things. We're working for Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. When we bring people to our website, who are we working for? Ourselves. Okay, what are people coming to? Our website. What are they going to do when they get there? They're going to watch our live video. They're going to watch our recorded video. They're going to read our blog posts. They're going to visit our shop. If you've got an online shop, live video is one of the best ways to pull people in. And of course, you should send them to Amazon.com as well, if you've got products on Amazon.com. So how does all this work? Okay, now I've been investigating since March earlier this year, and I'm going to take a break for a moment, and I'm going to play you a short video, which is one I made earlier, and this will show you how you can go live to your website, and the cost of this is $50 a month. I use the product myself. I've been using it for the past 4 months. I've had no problems with it. So let's go over to my video. I'm going to bring the video up on screen. Okay. Now this is still me. Okay. I'm still here, but I've got the video on screen. I've got the play button. So that's good. So for a few minutes, I can't do this live. Okay. I cannot do this live. So I recorded this earlier. I'm going to play you a little bit of it. You recognize me, and hopefully the story that I'm telling now is of interest. This is broadcasting to your own website, and it's possible. If you can broadcast to Amazon Live, if you can broadcast to Periscope, Periscope or Twitter, you can do this. It's not, I'm going to keep quiet now. I'm going to put the video full screen. Okay, so this is how to broadcast to your website, and we're going to take a look at caster.io. I'll be back shortly. Of content delivery networks that we can use to go live to our website is caster.io. Caster.io has been around for a long time. I've been using it to transfer videos from place to place, but now they have an HTML5 embeddable video player, and that makes all the difference. So how do we go about connecting to Caster? Let's do it step by step, shall we? If I click on Set Broadcast, I've chosen Custom RTMP. Let's go to the Caster website, and this is my account on the Caster website. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my stream, and you can see that I've set it up to go to Twitter and to Twitch, but also you can go to my website. Now in order to do that, I need the RTMP feed, which is there. And I'm going to copy that into my studio and paste it. Okay, then I go back to get the streaming key. Remember, it's in two parts. It is the URL which we've got and the streaming key. There's the only two pieces of information that you need for our purposes to go live to your website. So I'm going to copy that link, come back to my studio, key the link in by pasting it, and save. Okay, so that broadcast is now set up. Now I can't, because I'm broadcasting to an RTMP site, I cannot do the following, and you've got to bear this in mind. I cannot set a title or description. I cannot see comments whilst I'm live in my studio. That's the downside. But the upside is you're broadcasting live to your website in 1080p in high definition, and you're going to get a quality video. So I've keyed those two pieces of information into, I've got the URL, I've got the stream key. Okay, saved that. It says all changes successfully saved. So we're using caster.io to stream to our website. Let's go live. What could possibly go wrong? So I'm going to start the broadcast and confirm it. And we're now in negotiation. Our signal from this studio is going to be live, and it's arrived on Be Live, and it's then going to go from Be Live to caster.io, and we go over to the caster.io site and we shall see it. So I'm waiting. It takes about 20 seconds for the feed to go through. but once it's there, then that's it, job done. Now, when you're broadcasting, do make sure that the feed is actually working by opening the site, and it's waiting for stream. So it's beginning now. So there's my camera going through, and in a second we should have from the studio. Right, so the signal is leaving this studio and it's going over to caster.io. Let's go to caster.io, which is that one. And you can see the signal is actually being received in the studio. And if we go over to the website, we can see that it's refreshing and it will come through in a second. And there we have the live feed actually on the website. If you're watching live, thank you. And this is basically on the live video training website. 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to turn the volume off so I don't have any conflict. So let's turn the volume off, because you've got to remember that even though this is not going to Facebook or YouTube, it's going to the website, there is processing involved, and it takes time for the signal to leave your studio and be received and processed by caster.io. That's all you need to do. And I'll show you how to embed the player in your website in the next lesson. But caster.io is so simple and straightforward. You go over to Caster, you get, go there again, you get the RTMP server key and you get the streaming key. You put them in your BeLive studio, press the button to go live, and voila, you're live on your website. And you can see the broadcast information, and it's telling me that I've got one person watching, so thank you for watching. And you can confirm how much of your bandwidth has been taken up, what you're broadcasting. So we're going 1920 1080p, as I said earlier, and we're at 30 FPS, which is the standard for live broadcasts with normal machines. So it's so simple. If I scroll down, you'll see that you have the iframe widget, which you copy the code, embed that into your blog post or to your website page. So you've got a choice, page or blog post. And once you've done that, every time you go live, you'll be live on that page, just as we are live on this page right now. This is part of a blog post, and you can see at the top we have about the show, and we have videos, and the live feed is coming in at the bottom of the screen. And anybody watching live now, thank you. And I've got below that, as you can see, Facebook comments. So if you're watching live, please leave a comment. I'll go back. This is amazing technology. That video is 1080p, crystal clear, and as is the sound. And I just, well, you can probably tell by now, I actually think that broadcasting to your website is the future. That's how easy it is to do it on Caster. Caster is available from $50 per month, and for that you can... Right, okay, so you've seen there, and I'll come to me, I'll hide that, which will bring everything back to me. Okay, that's how easy it is to actually broadcast to your website. All you need is a studio, like the studio you saw in that particular short video. That studio broadcasts out to your provider, to your host, be BeLive or StreamYard or Restream, and then they have got the embeddable HTML5 player, and you're live on your website. It's so simple and straightforward to do. And now with caster.io, you could do it now. You can actually go to caster.io, sign up. Don't give affiliate links for Caster. CASTR will take you to their website, and you can actually sign up and try it out. There's a free trial, and you can take the embed code, which is on the web page. It's given straight to you. Create a WordPress blog post, copy the code from caster.io into the blog, publish the blog with whatever pictures and text you want, and that's it. You've done it. And whenever you go live to the caster.io as a destination, then they will relay it. And with $50 a month, you can go to your website and you go to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn, wherever you want to go. You've got 5 destinations, including the $50 package. You can have 2 simultaneous broadcasts, and you can also play recorded video. So we're looking at the tip of the iceberg as to what caster.io can do for us as live broadcasters. And as I say, coming back to my hobby horse at the moment, this is simple and straightforward. It's available to everybody. If you've got people coming to your website, then that's the job done. Because we all appear on YouTube and Twitter and Twitch and Facebook, and our hope is that people will come to our website and buy from us. If you're bringing people to your website with live video, and I'm doing that increasingly myself, so I do, as I say, as I suggest that you do, I actually do it on a regular basis. I've got 6 broadcasts a week going out to the normal social media destinations and going out to my website, and I publicize the website addresses so that people can actually watch us there and comment. And you're watching in peace and quiet while you're actually watching the video. People can read my blog posts, and they do. People can visit my shop when I build it. I'm actually in the throes of building the shop. When I've done that, I'll let you know. But for the moment, it's an educational resource. I spend my time actually teaching people how to do live video, and now I'm hell-bent on getting everybody to be able to broadcast to the website. Now, these sessions that I'm doing now are part of that, and I'm about to do something that I have not done before, and just checking before I do. What we're going to do, you and I, right now, is I'm going to go live somewhere else whilst I'm broadcasting to Amazon Live. What could possibly go wrong, you ask? Well, everything and anything. But I'm going to show you broadcasting live to your website. In order to do that, I need to enter my Restream studio, which is step 1. So I've got 2 studios. This is my Be Live studio, and with the camera that's on my Microsoft Surface Book 2, I'm going to go into the Restream studio, restream.io. I'm going to broadcast out from restream.io to my website, and then I'm going to show you the website. Okay, that's the plan. That's the grand plan. If anything goes wrong during this, then I'll pre-record it and show you the next time. But this, I've checked this a couple of times today and it worked. So I'm just going over to the Restream studio, and it's still entering the live studio. We have to wait a second for this to work. So I'm going to blab for Britain whilst this is working away in the background, setting it up. I've not done this live before. I've done this in practice and it worked. We're going to, as I say, we're going to go live from Restream to Switchboard Live and then to the web page. Now I can hopefully set it up a bit further. If I go here, okay, and if I stop broadcasting at any point, then okay, I'm going to go here and come back here. Right, so I'm still here. It looks like it's a bit laggy, which is a good way of saying that discretion's the better part of valor. Okay, I'm not, well, I can show you. I'll show you what I'm trying to show you. If I go here and what could possibly go wrong? I'm going to show you here. Okay, you can still hear me. Okay, I'm just making sure that my microphone's switched on. This is my website, and on this website, this is a blog post on a WordPress website, broadcasting live to your website, comparing the HTML5 video players. Now, an HTML5 video player is a player which can play live video when embedded on your website. So the thing we have to do is embed it in our website. Scrolling down, first of all, I've got, let's go in reverse order. The middle one, where it says stream offline, which is totally true at the moment because I'm not live, is caster.io. And that's the caster.io HTML5 web player. Above it is the VI Loud HTML5 web player. Below it is the OneStream HTML5 player. And what we're trying to do is to actually go live. And I've got a comment that's coming on Facebook. I'm actually live on Amazon Live, but a comment that's coming. I'll say hello to Maria. Maria, thank you. I'm live on Amazon Live, enjoying myself, and thank you for joining me. Okay, so I'm hiding the comment, but you can see that those HTML5 players are all waiting for a live broadcast. And I'm hopeful, fingers crossed, yes, I'm hopeful. Let's go with it, shall we? Let's go for broke. I'm going to go live. If this experiment will last 5 minutes, don't rush off. We should be live in 5. Okay, so I'm going to go live. Okay, so that's the first step. I'm going to come back to me so you can actually see me on screen. Okay, and I'm taking the solo off so you can see me again. And we're going to try and get these 3 video players working. Okay. Now, stage 1 is I've started up restream.io and that is broadcasting. Stage 2, and I want, well, this is going to work. This has got to work. I'm determined. Okay, so Restream is actually broadcasting, and at the moment, my network is not yet receiving video. I'm just waiting for it to go receiving video. And if we get one of these working, then that will be my job done. And I'm just, right, okay. I'm going to press that button there. Okay, so what we're doing, this is a simple recipe. We're cooking, and we've got to let things simmer for a while before we can go on to the next stage. But the theory is, and my fingers and toes are crossed here, my theory is that in a moment, in a short moment, certainly in the next few minutes, you will actually see me live on the website. And I'm just waiting. Okay, if I go back here, you can see that, right, I'm going to go full screen now. Okay, so I'm going full screen. And in 3, 2, 1, you can actually see I'm live on the website. I'm wearing the same t-shirt. Okay, different camera. This is the camera from the Microsoft Surface Book 2, and I'm live on the website. So hopefully, it puts hands up, you actually can see, and I'm going to go one further than that. And I'm going over, this is working, so let's go with it. I'm going to go and press that button. I'm pressing buttons here and my fingers and toes across, but don't worry about that. We'll get there. This is, you probably tell I'm getting excited by this technology. This technology is it's a game changer. Because of the 2, we've been able to broadcast on Facebook and YouTube. We haven't been able to broadcast our own websites. And this changes the game. It levels the playing field. And it means that we can go live on our websites whenever we want. Yeah, we take over control. We decide what people are going to watch. We decide how people actually see things. And I'm waiting for it to come through on the 2nd and 3rd feeds. We've got it through on 1 feed. I'm going to go for broke here. I'm going to try and get it going through on 3 different HTML5 web players. And this will be, if this works, this will be a world first, because you've got to remember that at the moment I'm live on Amazon with my main camera. And I'm actually using the Microsoft Surface Book 2 camera to actually broadcast out elsewhere at the same time, which is why you've got a different angle of me. But I'm just waiting, and I won't be too sad if this doesn't work. But if it does work, then we've demonstrated, yes, we've got a second one up. So let's go back over here. And if I scroll down, that stream should come up in a minute. Let's go back to where we are. And 2 set up, which is the VI loud one. So if I come back up here, yeah, and I press play, then hopefully in a second, and that takes us over. So you can swap sides, you put it back again. Okay, we're actually getting sound through. Okay, I'm going to stop that. Okay, it's not the same signal. If I were to refresh the page, that would be the same signal. But hopefully we'll get it through on the 3rd web player, which is from OneStream. I'm just going to click that. Okay, and stream's not yet up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to me. Okay, and I'm back. I'm going to hide that for the moment. Okay, that should release some resources. But the thing is, we actually saw, I saw, it was me in this shirt, live on one of the players. And to be able to do that live, because I'm broadcasting with 2 cameras to 2 different studios, and it's working. And I'm going to take that as a win. And I'm going to just finally refresh the page that we were looking at a moment ago and see if it sorts itself out. If it does, then all well and good. If it doesn't, then I'll close those down and move on. But you have just witnessed the world's first live demonstration of web broadcasting whilst broadcasting to Amazon Live. Now, over the coming weeks, I will take you through how you can do this for yourself. And I just hope that I'm still live. Yes, I'm still live. And thank you for staying with me. I do appreciate it. I'm just waiting for this web page to refresh. And how many videos do we have? We've got 1. We've got 2. Just a second. Okay, so I'm just waiting. I just want to prove that this is working, and it does sound live. I'm just so carried away with this. Okay, it says I'm live. Okay, so I'm going to share the page, bring the shared page up again into the broadcast, and then I'm going to close everything down quickly. Okay, here's the web page, and you can see that the second player says that I'm actually live. And thank you, Maria. Maria's saying, I love this, Stephen. You're the new Columbus. Thank you very much, Maria. And I'm going to hide that comment. Thank you for the comment, Maria. Maria's watching on Facebook. If you're watching live on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch or LinkedIn or Amazon Live, thank you. I do enjoy actually pushing the butt out, but you can see that I'm wearing the same T-shirt. That's got to be proof, hasn't it? I'm wearing the same T-shirt. I'm live on my webpage. You're watching my webpage, and the second player says that I'm live. I'm just going to go back up again. I'm hopeful of this other web player, which is this one, which should work in a second. Okay, somebody's actually watching me on the web. Okay, so I'm going to stop that one. Okay, and okay, here ends the experiment. I'm going to come back. I'm going to stop the screen share. Okay, I'm going to stop streaming from the second site that I'm actually using. So let me go over here. So I'm on Restream. I'm actually closing down and stopping Restream from broadcasting. Okay, I'm actually going over to Switchboard Live, and that's why it's not working. Okay, I'm going to stop the stream there. Okay, I think we could have got all 3, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep practicing. Practice makes perfect, and I'm going to stop broadcasting. Okay, and I want to say thank you to everybody who's actually watching live. And that was a brilliant experience. Thank you, Restream.io. So we're saying thank you to Restream. I'm going to close the Restream tab. Okay, and I'm going to close my switchboard tab. We'll talk about switchboard live in future broadcasts, but I am now closing everything else down, and I'm on my way back to you. Okay, I'm back. Okay, and everything's synchronized now. Now, this is a point made, is that I was doing two separate lives then. I was going live from BeLive, which is where I am now, and I was going live from Restream.io. Now, both of that strain on my resources, which means that I have to say a big, big thank you to Microsoft Surface, because it's in the carousel, it's highlighted at the moment. I'm using a Microsoft Surface Book 2 with 16 gig of RAM, a terabyte hard drive, 2 graphics cards, all in the same beautifully designed box. And it's allowed me to go live twice tonight. Once using my Logitech Brio camera, which is in the carousel, once using my Microsoft Surface Book 2 camera, and I was able to show you the web page live where, well, I went live to my web page. Enough said. This is a momentous occasion. You don't realize it's so simple to do. I mean, if I woke up one morning and said, right, I want to go live on all my web pages, I could do it in 5 minutes. It is so simple once you've set it up. And setting it up is the bit, but it's not difficult to do. Setting it up is not difficult to do. I need to take a short breather after doing that. But what I'm going to do is actually show you, because I can play a short YouTube video. This will tell you how to set up 3 different systems to broadcast your website. All of them will cost you less than your monthly advertising budget. And they will broadcast 24/7, your broadcasts and your friends' broadcasts. I'll cover how to do that next week. But I'm going to bring a video up on screen. Okay, and I'm going to put it beside me. So this short video explains how to use Caster, which we've just done. It doesn't spend too long on that. It explains how to use OneStream, and explains how to use VI Loud. Those are the 3 HTML5 players that we can use to go live on our website. This is exactly how to do it. You do not need to do more than this to use any of the 3 products. Okay, any videos that I show you now are actually on YouTube. If you search for me, and this will possibly go wrong, but if you search for me on YouTube, you'll find all these videos. But I'm going to play this so you get an idea of what I did to actually set everything up that you've just seen live. Okay, so I'm going to put that full screen. I'm going to switch my microphone off so you don't get any echo. And I'm in the studio, and we're going to look at 3 different ways you can go live to your website. Now, I've taken a look at all these. I've been using them for the past 2 months. They're all tried and tested, and they all simply work. Now, going live to your website is possible because from within the studio, I can go RTMP. So if I go to set destination now, and I'm clicking the button, and I'm going to go RTMP, and it comes back. Now, with RTMP, you only need 2 pieces of information, which is supplied to you by the people providing the video player. I mean, basically, whichever system you use has got to have a web-based video player which can accept live feeds. So the first one we're going to look at is Caster.io. Now, Caster.io, a well-established company, and this is the setup for my broadcasting there. I need to copy, for RTMP, I need to copy the URL into my studio. So let's come back to the studio, and that's the server set, and make sure that's okay. And then I need to go back and copy the key, which is hidden. So I'm going to copy the key and bring that back here. I don't need any of that. I just need the key. And that's the stream key. And save it. Okay. So it's now saved. Hopefully. I've got my dash lens interfere. Oh, wait a minute. I need to copy the URL again. Let's rewind. If at first you don't get it right, then do try again. So I'm going to copy, and that's better. Okay. So make sure that those two are the same as are in Caster. Okay, and I just need to save that. Okay, you only need to get things right once, and fortunately we did. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go live. So I'm pressing the live button, and I definitely want to go live. And in a moment we'll get the 3, 2, 1 countdown. Now, Caster have a player. Now all the players we're going to look at have embed codes which you can put into your WordPress blog posts or on your WordPress pages. Where you put them is up to you. Where you actually put the embed code is up to you. Okay, I've got it in several different blog posts and on the different websites as well. Once you've got the code, you can put it into any way you like, and if your friends are willing to help, then you can actually get them involved and give them the embed code. So let's go over to Caster, and it says it's waiting for the stream at the moment, and just on cue you can see that it's now receiving the stream from the studio. Okay, so the signal has gone from the studio to Caster, and then Caster will send it out to your web page. Okay, and I'm trying to find the right web page, and there's the Caster embed, and there I am. So that is Caster. I need to switch the sound off because otherwise we'd have a problem. Okay, but I'm only going live on the Caster web player. I use the embed code, which is down here, and there's the iframe widget. I just copied that code, put it onto this page, and that meant I could go live on that page. Okay, so we broadcast to caster.io. Let's stop doing that, shall we? And if you're watching on the websites, thank you. So I'm going to stop doing that. Now, caster.io of tens, my experience is very good, of tens of thousands of users. And so did my next site. And they're well established. And they are a CDN, a content delivery network. They take the feed from the studio into their website and then they post it everywhere. Now you can see that I've actually stopped broadcasting, and the Caster website, get ahead of myself, will be behind, and there you are, it's waiting for a stream again. So as soon as I stop broadcasting in studio, it will stop broadcasting on the website. Okay, now the second website I want to look at is this one. Possibly this one, or possibly this one. Right, the second website I want to look at is VI Loud. Now VI Loud does a lot of things, but one of the things it does have is an HTML video player. So let's come back to here, and I'm going to edit the destination, and this time the web player I'm going to use is situated there at VI Loud, and the stream key is totally different. We're using a different system, so we have to put in the stream key and the URL for that system. I just wish my automatic filler inner wasn't working. That's what I call it, filler inner. Right, so there's the new web key, web string key, and I'm going to save it. Right, so I'm still in SEM Studio. I've put in the details for VI Loud, and I'm going to go live again. Okay, that's all I need to do, was to put those two pieces of information into the RTMP in the video. Took them from VI Loud, the URL and the string key, and having done that, I should now be going live. And this is, I'm doing this live, so right, okay, so we are live. So this time we're live on the VI Loud website. Now VI Loud actually takes this live feed, it stores it for you, but it also transmits it out using the video player to any website of your choice. It's got embed code, just like Caster had embed code. VI Loud's got embed code. And if I go to the VI Loud page, you can see within a second that it has got, and this is a live test, it's got the live feed, okay, and they do turn the sound off, and the embed code is on the VI Loud site, and you can just take that code and you can embed it. Okay, so that's going to VI Loud. If I go to the web page and I go up to the top of the page, yeah, this is the VI Loud player, and it's broadcasting on my website after a second or two. It's got embed code, just and like I've got noise. Code, remember to turn the microphone off, especially when you're live. So, just to recap, I copied the URL and the string key from VI Loud. I'd already embedded the player, and the player is now playing the video on my website. Okay, right, so that's the second broadcast. So let's stop that broadcast, and if you've been watching on the web, thank you very much. This is just a test, and I'm going to stop the stream. Okay, so we've looked at caster.io. That was a good broadcast too. We've looked at caster.io, and we've looked at VI Loud. I'm going to switch that off. I hope to get back to pop-ups are a bane of everybody's life, just saying. Right, okay, now the third one we've looked at is OneStream, and OneStream does a whole range of things. But if I want to go live on OneStream, I need to go to the site. I need to go to this is the OneStream site. I'm going to the RTMP settings, and I'm going to copy, you know the drill by now, I'm going to copy the URL, bring it into the studio. Okay, so set destination, and this time I want to put the URL in for OneStream. Okay, so that's that. I also from OneStream need, you're ahead of me, I need the string key, so I'm coming back into my studio and I'm going to key in, fill it up as a pain. All right, okay, I'm going to kick that out. I'm going to put a new string key in. Now, string key is unique to you and unique to your broadcast. Don't give your string key to everybody else. The first part, the URL, many people will know what the URL is going to be. They don't need to know your string key. Don't tell anybody about your string key. Right, okay, so we're now set up, and I'm going to go live again. Just go live. And this time we're going live to OneStream. And I've keyed in from the OneStream site the URL and the string key, and that's the only piece of information I need to go live on the OneStream site. And it's so easy to key it in the studio. So I am live now, and I'm live again to my website, but this time we're using OneStream. OneStream is reliable, totally reliable, and I'm just sort of babbling away until we actually get to the OneStream page, and it should in a second, as if by magic, there you are. say that we're actually live on the OneStream site. So we're going live to OneStream. So back to me in the studio. So the first phase is that we go live to the page. We already embedded the HTML code from that provider. So OneStream have got a code, Brio have got a code, Caster have got a code. They're all different, and you pay separately for each one. But once you've done that, you can then go to your web page, and if I scroll to the bottom of my web page, you will see in a second that it's gone from the OneStream site to my website, and I'm now live on the website. So that's showing live. Caster is showing that I'm offline, which is fine, and also Very Loud is showing that I'm offline. It's just a bit delayed. So let's stop this broadcast and come back to me. Okay, so we stopped the broadcast, and people have seen snippets of that as I actually went live. If you can get people to your website and attract them to your website, then quite simply, they will read your blog posts and they will surf your shop. I've shown you 3 ways of doing it: Caster.io, VI Loud, and OneStream. All of them work, all of them are reliable, all of them have slightly different features, but they all do the job. All of them have trials. I'll put the links in afterwards. Do try one of them out, try 2 of them out, try 3 of them out until you find the best one for you. All you've got to do is remember to copy the embed code into your website and put the stream URL and stream key in your studio. And this is RTMP. This is how RTMP works. You can broadcast live to your website 24/7. And it's a fascinating arena to be involved in. This has been Stephen live. Okay, and now back live on Amazon. I'm going to hide that video, and I got it right today. Got what right, you may well ask? I've actually unmuted myself as soon as the video is finished. And the point about the messages that I put up, unmute, it is up to you. Of course, I'm not forcing anybody to unmute, but you can listen to the story. I mean, you can see the video. The video is very visual. You could see how to go live in 3 different ways. Now, just to recap, this technology is available to all of us. I've got all 3, as you've seen. I've got Caster, I've got OneStream, and I've got VI Loud. I know that they all work. Why have I got the 3 of them? Because basically I spend my time teaching people how to use them, and I can't talk about them unless I've used them. So I do use them. The OneStream was on AppSumo a while back, so you can check AppSumo and see if they've still got a deal. Also, VI Loud was an AppSumo. The email will come back on AppSumo. AppSumo does lifetime deals for software, and it's a great place to actually find software. I found 2 out of 3. I actually pay the $50 a month for Caster. It's worth its weight in gold. Caster has, this, you know I am by now. Caster has one feature above all others, which the other 2 don't have. Okay, let's just talk a moment about Caster. And I think I can bring this up on screen, and I won't play the video this time. And can I bring it up on screen? Yes, I can. I can go like this. So I'm just going to make changes to my BeLive Studio. Just give me a second. I just want to talk about the 3 of them. Okay, and I can do that now. The first option was BeLive and Caster has one feature that the other systems don't have. Most live broadcasts, including this one, start on the hour. Okay, we're all used to starting at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. We start on the hour because everybody else does. Okay, which means that if you come to a video 10 minutes after it started, you don't know what happened in the 10 minutes just gone. and you've lost the story. It's like watching CSI, missing the first couple of minutes. You don't know the plot because the plot's taking part in the first section before the first commercial, and you've come in 10 minutes late and you haven't got a clue what's going on. And whilst it's good to actually watch the rest of the program, wouldn't it be better if you could actually watch the program from the start? Caster has that facility. If you go to a website that's got the Caster player, you can start the video from any point. You can go back to the top of the hour. You can go to the 10-minute mark. You can go backwards and forwards as many times as you want during a live broadcast. You can save it to watch later. A whole range of things are possible. So that's Caster. And that is, as I say, is a top class system with users around the globe. And I can heartily recommend that you go and check that out. They do have a free trial, and it is worth looking at in terms of broadcasting to your website. It would be my first stop. I've got to say that it would be my first stop. Okay, you are watching Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen. I am live on Amazon on Monday and on Thursday with similar shows, different topics in each show. You can follow me by pressing the button down below. If you do follow me, I'm eternally grateful. The other thing is that when I do go live, you'll get notifications. And that's the only thing you'll get. You're not joining a mailing list. You're not doing anything silly. You're actually just saying, I would like to see more of Stephen's broadcasts. Okay. And you'll get a link to the broadcast before I go live. If you want to join me, you can. If you don't, well and good. The replay is always there on the same link afterwards. Thank you, Amazon Live. So we looked at Caster. The other one we looked at, I'm going to hide Caster and I'm going to bring in the next one. The other one we looked at, hopefully, fingers crossed here, this is going to work, is VI Loud. I don't know whether it's VI Loud or VLoud. The software is from Spain, and I've had a chat with the developers. They're just committed to the product, really. It has a pricing structure, which you need to check out on their website. It has everything that you want in a video player, but that's only one aspect of VI Loud. If I stopped there, then I would be selling them short. VI Loud has the ability to take a YouTube playlist and create the embed code so that you can put your YouTube playlist into your website. Now you're going to say, so what? I can do that. I can do a YouTube playlist and I can embed it into my own website. I know how. Because it's simple and straightforward. I press the share button, click embed, get the code, go off to my WordPress blog and paste it in, job done. Okay, but if you use VI Loud to actually use a YouTube playlist, you can embed VI Loud's player into your blog instead of embedding a YouTube playlist. You're embedding the VI Loud code into your blog post or page. It's up to you. The magical thing that happens is when you go live on VI Loud, they stop the on-demand video play and you appear live. So it's a bit like if you're watching the TV and it comes up breaking news, it's that sort of thing. Yeah, the breaking news takes over from the scheduled programs until it ends. So this is exactly so. What you've got is put the YouTube playlist into a VI Loud player, embed it in your site. When you go live, everything stops. Your live broadcast is live instead. And when people finish watching, they can watch more videos, okay, from a given playlist. You set what's in the playlist, you set the topic, you can fine tune it. The other thing is that with this, and this is quite magical, again, same word. I do 6 different shows each week. I've got a show on Monday with Nick Wood, which is all about the technology we're talking about today. I've got a show on Tuesday, which is for Be Live, for whom I work. I've got a show on Wednesday, which is basically 2 shows on Wednesday. One is with Fraser Hay, who's in Scotland, and he does a show about business. And then Wednesday afternoon, I've got a broadcast with 9 friends, and we go live on Restream, and we take a different topic each week and enjoy ourselves. Thursday is Blabbing for Britain, episode 291 next week. And in the afternoon, it is Inspired by Video. And Inspired by Video is all about, I can put the logo up again because I can. Inspired by Video, and Chris recognized the logo earlier. Inspired by Video is all about InVideo, and it's quite probably the best short business video creation tool that you can find. If you're a Vidnami user, take a look at InVideo as one of your options now that Vidnami are closing down because they've been bought out. So that's the Thursday broadcast, Blabbing for Britain and Inspired by Video. And Friday is my favorite broadcast every other week, is with my partner Angelica. And Angelica is a German language tutor with courses on Udemy and YouTube, videos all about learning German. And we go live for 20 minutes to half an hour talking. Well, I'm learning German. So I've got all these shows, regular shows, each week. With VI Loud, I can create one page, or rather VI Loud create one page for me, which includes all 6 shows on one page, much in the way that we've got VI Loud there now. You've got 6 sets of playlists on one page, so people can watch episodes. And Blabbing for Britain is episode 291 this week. Inspired by Video is episode 79. Ask Angelica is season 4. Yeah. All the videos can be watched on one page created by VI Loud. And I can give anyone that one link, which is integrated into my website using CNAME, but we don't need to go there. But I can give people that one link and they can come and watch all my videos. And yes, if people watch you on a VI Loud player, the count on YouTube does go up. So it's increasing your views on YouTube. Okay, so that's VI Loud. That was our second candidate. They do have an HTML5 player, and this one is not going to work, but I'll talk about it anyway. I can't show you the picture because I haven't set the picture properly. Hang on a minute. That's what I wanted to do. That's my Restream studio. Okay, which we saw earlier when I did the live broadcasts from Restream. This is OneStream. OneStream, which we're using there, has the ability, you can embed their OneStream player into your website in a post or a blog. And when you go live, you'll go live on your website, as we saw a moment ago. In addition to that, you ever wanted to time shift? Right. We go live, most of the time I work on Eastern time. Okay, every show is designed so that people on the East Coast are awake, and hopefully we're getting pretty close to people on the Pacific Coast being awake as well. So I go off EST and PST. But there's one show, a couple of shows that go out in the UK in the morning, and Blabbing for Britain is one of those, and it goes out at 10 o'clock in the morning. Now, most people on the East Coast of America will be fast asleep because it'll be 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So what if I could actually rebroadcast the recording at a time which is better for everybody living on the East Coast? OneStream does that. OneStream, you can upload a video from a previous live. You can then give it a title and description. You can give it a scheduled date and time, and you can say where you want it to go to. And that can be up to 40 different social media destinations. So with Blabbing for Britain, what I do is I download the video, upload it to OneStream, give it a title and description, the one I used on Facebook, obviously, and then I set it to go live on a Friday at a time when everybody on the East Coast is awake. And it plays out to all 40 destinations. It staggers them. It doesn't sort of blast everybody. It puts them about 2 minutes apart. And it says, if you were live. Now, Facebook rules and regulations, YouTube rules and regulations, terms and conditions state that you should not pretend that a pre-recorded video is live. And I've got friends who would never, ever, ever play a pre-recorded video. But we already have Facebook premieres and YouTube premieres. This is similar. Yeah. I can upload a video to YouTube, set it as a premiere, and it will play tomorrow. I can do the same on Facebook. But what I do when I do this situation where I'm doing a pre-recorded video is I put a line which says this video was originally broadcast on such and such a date and time and where. That's two things. One, it confirms that it's not live, which fulfills the terms and conditions. And the other thing is it tells people when I'm normally live so they can actually catch the broadcast. So using those two, that method, you can actually have pre-recorded video going live on your social media channels and on your website whenever you want. Because remember, OneStream will go live to your website in the same way that VI Loud and Caster will. Okay, so all those links will be on my website, which is livevideotraining.net. But I'll put a link in. I'll find some way of getting the information to you, because what I can't do, as I said earlier, I just hide that. Come back to me. I shall also take the logo off because we've spoken about in video. So I'm going to hide the logo. Okay. What I can't do and what I won't do is actually go across to other sites and type things in while I'm talking to you. I think that's rude. I mean, yeah. So I'm concentrating on talking to you now and telling you things. Hopefully you find this video informative, educational, and fun. I do try to make them so. If you want to contact me at any time, then all you need to do is search for me. And you can search on Google or YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. You can search anywhere. Okay. And you'll find me. If you want to make contact, then please do. We can do this outside Amazon.com. But for the moment, I'm enjoying being live on Amazon.com 4 days a week. And I'm going to hide my name. Right, okay, so that's it. We've done amazing stuff. We've set a new world record. It won't get into the Guinness Book of Records though, but just to recap of what we've done in this broadcast, and I thank you for joining me today. We've talked about broadcasting equipment, we've talked about cameras, we've talked about microphones, we've talked about my green screen, we've talked about and actually done broadcasting to your website. We've had, and incredibly it worked, we've had a live demonstration of web broadcasting where I used a second camera and a second streaming setup. I used restream.io. I'm currently on BeLive, but I was able to use two at the same time, two different cameras, and it worked. And as you can tell, I'm blown away by that. I really enjoy broadcasting to our website. I'm firmly of the belief that's where we should be broadcasting. And finally, for this second, if you want to learn more, hopefully you do. If you want to learn more about web broadcasting, then please do follow me. The link to do so is just underneath this broadcast. Okay, and nothing will happen You just get notified about my broadcasts. On Monday and Thursday, I broadcast about technology. Okay, and I said earlier in the show, I'm not sure whether I actually displayed it on screen. I've hosted and produced over 2,000 live broadcasts since 2016. So I've lived it. I've lived through the last 5 years, 5.5 years doing live broadcasting on every platform almost that you could name. And I enjoyed every moment of it. I so enjoy going live. It's absolutely brilliant. It's the best way to communicate. It's the best way to get to know people. It's the best way to tell your story. More people watch live video than anything else. And if you think that you can't live broadcast, I've got news for you. You can. I can recommend this. Just let me go a moment. If I'm ignoring your comments, then do forgive me. I'm not being rude. I'm just trying to find something. Okay, and I do this on every show. Featured now down below, you find Confidence on Camera, which is by my good friend Lottie Hearn, who lives in Ireland. She started broadcasting in 1992 in Hong Kong on a Hong Kong children's television, and I bought Lottie's book and I followed it, and it's got me to where I am today, where I can actually broadcast live. Okay, and this is an invite to everybody who's actually watching live, if you can get in the Confidence on Camera and you have a following on LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, or Twitch, then you can go live on Amazon Live. The thing I'm going to be doing this weekend, because I don't broadcast at weekends, is I'm going to be putting a short video together about how you can get on Amazon Live, step-by-step guide as to how you do it. And you need a studio or an iPhone. You definitely need an iPhone or an iPad. I bought this iPad specifically to go live on Amazon, and I just love it. It's a brilliant piece of kit. Right, okay, so I've lost track. Usually happens. Okay, thank you for joining me live. I really enjoyed broadcasting today. I look forward to seeing you on one of the shows next week. Take care. Have an amazing weekend. And this is Stephen in Wiltshire in England. There you are. You're watching Stephen live from Wiltshire, England. Think Stonehenge, think Avebury, think Salisbury Cathedral, Wiltshire, wonderful Wiltshire. Until I see you all again, take care and thank you for watching today. You've been awesome. Bye for now.